I crawl into my chest, smaller and smaller. I'm boring, you said it best. Talked over and over.
Hello, hi. Today I thought it'd be fun to crochet a Dawn inspired outfit from Pokemon. And so that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna start with the cupcake ruffle skirt from Amazingish Grace. And I hear you, I can hear your voices right now thinking, Dawn does not wear like a ruffly, cute, girly skirt like that. She wears like a pleated skirt. I want everyone to keep in mind, this is an outfit inspo, not a cosplay, not a costume. It will not be a one-to-one like representation of her fit. It's just like inspired. Actually, we're basically Disney bounding. If anyone doesn't know what Disney bounding is, it's just like dressing up kind of like a Disney character, mostly with like their color scheme kind of roughly in the same like correct area of your body to go to Disneyland. And they do that because you're not allowed to dress up like the characters. Like you're not allowed to cosplay characters at Disneyland in the parks because they're afraid that like kids will think you are like employees of the park. So that's what we're basically doing with Pokemon. To make the ruffle skirt pattern, we need a worsted weight yarn. I have this one from Blue Sky Fibers. It is 100% cotton. And I think it roughly goes with the pink of her skirt. For the mohair part of the pattern, I've been debating between these two pinks essentially. This is called like Pink Berry Smoothie, something like that. And then this is like Ballet Pink. And they look pretty, I mean, no, they are pretty different. They look pretty different just like in real life, right? But then you hold it up to this, right? And you hold these together. They look similar, right? And then you hold these together and they look similar. So I think I literally did one shade up and one shade down. I was aiming for like a slight color match. I think the actual skirt pattern, if you're making this for yourself, looks better with contrast colors. But for my purposes, since it's like one colored skirt, I'm trying to like match. So I've been really thinking about it for a long time, how I want to do this, but I think I'm leaning towards the Pink Berry Smoothie color, just because I like the ballet slipper color better. I'm just more likely to use this for something else. So I'm just going to use up this one. This one would have been like alpaca and acrylic or something like that, polymade. Yeah, all those three. And then this one is kid silk and mohair. Fancy, fancy, fancy. You may be thinking, why am I combining cotton with mohair? Because I'm thinking that in hindsight, but I figured this is a skirt, so wool would be really hot. Like it's like a mini skirt, right? So it was like cotton, but then the mohair is mohair anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know, I'm just trying it. I feel like washing this will be interesting. It's fine. Also, I'm using a 6.5 millimeter hook for the thicker part. I think it calls for a 6 millimeter hook, but I can't find it. I have like 10 whips going on because I love starting a project. I'm really bad at finishing them, but the high of starting them is so fun. And then I like leave them in little piles and then I go like, oh my gosh, there's like 10 piles of projects in my living room. And then I make a bigger pile over here. I would say I organize them back there, but it's just, it's like an organized pile really. And then I don't know where the hooks go. I'm also missing my 4-millimeter hook, like the one that matches this. I don't know where she is. And then for the mohair part, I'm using this Plusheen Woobles 4-millimeter hook again, because I don't know where this one is. I would prefer to use this one, not because these are that bad. These are totally fine. But it's like, I didn't even realize how big of a deal this would be, but like, it's kind of jarring going from this really thin, nice handle and then going to this one. I think if I was more used to this, or like I had this handle and a bunch of hook sizes, it would be jarring to go back to this. It's just like, I like having the same handle. I didn't even know that was like a thing, but it is to me. I literally turned over to my armchair. I put down my Plusheen hook onto the armrest of this couch. I found my 6 millimeter. It was literally right there. I don't know how I missed it. I kind of blame the fact that they all look the same. Like they're all the same color. Did I pick that? Yes. Did I purposely buy hooks of all the same color? Yes. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna use the 6-point hook now. All right, are you guys ready for my like super professional yarn winding setup? I just got this yarn swift from Michaels. I think it's the Loops and Thread brand yarn swift. It was not very expensive, I think, like comparatively to other yarn swifts. So that's why I got it and it was on sale. I don't know if they're all just like a little, I don't want to call it janky, but this is, the wood on this is like unfinished, which is why I think it was cheaper. This is like maybe my third hank of yarn I'm ever doing this to. Oh my goodness. I get a little sentimental when I unwind it because I'm like, it's so beautiful when I hank. Should I take a photo of it? Is that crazy? Here, this will be my photo. I'll take a screenshot of it. It looks, wow, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, and this is how you become a hoarder. You're like, I can't ruin it. It's like the not wanting to use stickers kind of vibe, but with like yarn. But I do want to use all the yarn because these things are way more expensive than stickers. I had to watch like multiple YouTube shorts to how to like do this. And if you're like, YouTube shorts and not TikTok, I've banned myself from being on TikTok too long because I am actually addicted and I'm way more easily rage baited on TikTok. Like my YouTube shorts is so sweet and innocent. It's like mostly people crafting or playing video games, and then my TikTok starts out that way and then it devolves to like just rage bait. I don't even want to describe it. Okay, it's time to cut it free. I get so nervous when the thread you're supposed to cut off is the same color as the thread I'm using, but I gotta get over these fears. Where are my fabric scissors? I never know where anything is. Oh, it's right next to me. I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. Snip. I think this yarn swift itself is just not very like lubricated. It's just like kind of stiff. So here we are, whatever. We're having uneven tension on our yarn cake, whatever. I don't even care. And the she is done. We're starting the waistband. I put my yarn on this thing, which is honestly one of the best crochet gadgets, I think. And this is like kind of disappointing. You can't see. I've been joined. All right, here's how much progress I've made. I've just done the waistband so far. It looks so huge when I keep it like open, but when I fold it, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not long enough. But like a little more than halfway, right? Just a couple more inches to go. Waistband is done. It looks kind of big, but I think if anything, I'll put an elastic band in it because if I make it any smaller than this, I don't think it's gonna fit over my hips to get to my waist, or like my butt to get to my hips. All right, this is my day one progress. I'm almost done with the first tier. I might do like a little more after getting ready for bed, but essentially this, if you look like super closely at my row one, it's really not as ruffly as I liked it to be. Like you can kind of notice from the second, third, and fourth rows. So I just like increased a bunch and I like the flow a lot better. The pattern does say like it's not supposed to be like super ruffly, just like slight. So I think this is good. Also, I got a package while I was crocheting. I got a 50 count bag of hot Cheetos from Costco. Is that great? Shipping cost $3. This thing was like $25 with shipping. All right, here's the update on the skirt. It's looking super good. I did like the first full tier. I'm almost done with the second one. I just need to add the ruffles. And look how roughly the ruffles look. Like, I know that's obvious, but it's like witchcraft. It really didn't look roughly before this, and like adding it looks amazing. I finished the second tier of the skirt. Look how it's looking. And then last night I went to go finish like the third tier so I can be done with it by today. but the rule of making your own clothes is to always try it on. So I tried it on and I realized it was like done. Let me show you. All right, here it is on. I'm like on my tiptoes right now, but I wanted it to land on my hips as opposed to like my waist. So I think the 2 tiers is a perfect length. If I did want it more up to my waist, I do think you need that 3rd tier. But yeah, it's perfect. I'm in love with it. It's like maybe like a 3 or 4 inch inseam, like a nice mini. I do need to install like an elastic or something, or elastic thread or an elastic band, because in order for the skirt to like go over like my butt, I needed the waistband to be a little longer than my hips, like slightly. I have like a hair clip pinning it back. It's like 1 inch. Actually, even without the clip, it's not like bad, like it stays on there. All right, next up that I want to make with Dawn's little outfit is the scarf. I'm going to use the Go Yo-Yo scarf. It's a free pattern on Cascade's website. I discovered the pattern through Sun Baby, who's on TikTok, and she does like a lot of crocheting, like every day. It's kind of crazy how fast she can crochet. And she made the full scarf. It's like a bunch of little scarves connected together, and I saw that and I was like, whoa, I think that would make a really cute skinny scarf with just 1 strand. And then like 2 videos later, she made just the skinny scarf, and I was right, it looks really cute. I was like, she read my mind. I'm gonna use this Cascade Ultra Pima Fine Cotton. It's the yarn that they recommend to use in this pattern, and this is in the color Primrose, and I think it looks a lot like the same color as Dawn's scarf.
When did kindness cross the line? Peel off the mask, I'm fine. I've got whole worlds written inside, just not for your eyes. C'est la vie, walk with me, keep it light, I'll savor my peace.
I'm just sitting on the ground, getting some work done, finishing up my crochet, and I just got a gifted sub. Wow. I've been watching streamers for like 5 years now, and this is literally the first time it's ever happened. It's actually a gifted membership because it's on YouTube, but that's still super exciting. Yippee. Okay, we don't have like a ton of time to talk right now because I'm running late. I finished the skinny scarf. I just need to add the tassels, which I think will take this from a 5 to like a 10. It looks atrocious with my little mod dress right now, but we are trying to go to a yarn sale right now. My local yarn shop is getting rid of some of their inventory, like actually, instead of like pretend like some big businesses do to just have sales. And their yarn is, not all their yarn, like a section of their yarn is going to be 50% off, which is a lot. And this place only does like natural fibers, like a lot of hand-dyed stuff, a lot of like, and they hand-dye their own yarn, which I don't think that's on sale. Today's 50% off, first day. I think the sale's like a week or 5 days or something like that. And then the next 2 days, it's 60% off. And then the 2 days after that, it's like 70% off. So I think we gotta be there day 1 and then maybe the last day, right? Day 1 to get anything that we like really, really wanted. And then the last day, in case there's like some maybes that you're like, okay, if it's 70% off, we'll get. And if it's not 70% off, then we won't get. All right, I will see you guys there. We're here. Yeah. I get to Firebird. It's like 15 minutes after opening, so I don't think I'm that late. There's already maybe 10, 15 other people in there. The game plan, cotton or mohair. Ooh, try saying that. Cotton or mohair. Or mohair or cotton. That's easier. Because those are just the fibers that I prefer working with. Not a huge wool girl. There was some wool in there that I did find interesting. It was like a thicker, chunkier yarn, but I don't know what to make with that. Like, I don't know what to make with one skein of that. Like, what do? You would have to like, commit to a sweater's worth or something, and I'm just like not ready for that kind of commitment. I was almost tempted to buy this Louisa Harding mohair. It's like a thicker, I think weight 2 mohair, and it was giving unicorn colors, which I liked. but not enough for me to get it. Someone had all the mohair in the first 15 minutes, even before I walked into the store. The nice hand-dyed mohair. One person had all of it in the basket, except for one colorway. There was like 3 skeins of one colorway left. It was like a bright orangey red color. And though I love red, I love orange, I thought it was a bit too vibrant and saturated for me. So I chose to pass on it, even though it would have been $15 a skein for hand-dyed mohair. Normal price is like $30, so that's pretty freaking cool. Everyone decided to line up around the same time, which I thought was kind of funny. We all just had enough time to look at the yarn all together, right? And I was trying my best not to film anyone in the store because that's kind of weird, honestly, to, you know, be filmed without knowing ahead of time. So it kind of looks like it's empty, but trust, there was people in there. And this is what our final haul looks like. It's giving a strawberry matcha latte. You'll see there's like Cascade Superwash Merino. That was not on sale. I just needed it for a project, so. Okay, we're in the car right outside of the yarn shop. These were not on sale. I got them to finish the beanie for Dawn's hat and something else. I ended up with this. I got 3 of them. This color was really popular for like 1 or 2 years when I was in college, so I feel a little emotionally attached to it. We are back home. The skinny scarf is done, like officially, done with the tassels. And I promise I'll show you the scarf with like a better outfit, maybe tomorrow. And now it's time to move on to the boots. Dawn's wearing pink boots in her photo, but I don't want to own pink boots. I don't know where to get pink boots, but if I were to get them, I'm never gonna wear them again. So I thought I would just make some pink leg warmers and then I'll wear them with my chunky Mary Janes and it'll give the same effect, right? Because if you see the little photo of her, there's like a little black peeking out of her pink boot. It'll just be the opposite. Like my shoes will be peeking out from my leg warmers. This is the yarn, the pink yarn that we got at the yarn sale. And this is like $14, which is fine. I guess that's just like how much yarn costs. But because of that 50% off sale, there was some yarn, like artisanally hand-dyed yarn that was $15. I'm like, dang, I really just needed to get like pink yarn. Also, my hair is in a banana clip right now. My hair is so long that a hair tie won't really keep it up. A claw clip won't keep it up. This banana clip is the only thing that it's keeping my hair up without it just like slowly slipping out of the clip. And I am so over my hair. I don't really have bangs right now. And it's like, what am I doing without my face framing bangs? I mean, I guess I have this, but I'm pretty sure these aren't bangs. These are like my baby hairs, but like they're so long that some of them are bangs. Well, anyways, right, we're using weight 4 Cascade 220 Super Rush Merino 5mm hook. I watched a tutorial on how to do leg warmers, and just as I expected, it's just like any stitch you want, like a single crochet, a double crochet, half double crochet, and then back loops only every time you turn. That's pretty much it, and you make a rectangle that fits around your leg. Also, did I already say I'm getting my haircut tomorrow in Japantown, so I will take you all around for the ride. Maybe I'll get a coffee, maybe we'll crochet there, who knows?
Like that's literally the first thing I said. And then it's wall.
We are back from the haircut salon place and I love it. I love my hair. It looks amazing. I did want to go to Japantown like an hour early before my haircut so I could sit in a cafe and crochet, and I ran late, and so I only got to sit in the cafe for like 10 to 15 minutes. I got like 3 stitches done. Oh well. But yeah, I got my hair done. I asked for layers, and honestly, I was getting a little worried while he was cutting it because I do think it looks like one layer. Does it? I actually can't tell. I don't know. I know nothing about hair, so I really don't have too strong of a preference. This is the reference photo I used. And I feel like hers look more like staggered layers. I don't know how to describe this. And this one's like one long layer, I think. I don't know. It still looks good. I'm fine with this. This is great. I haven't gotten my hair cut in about a year, maybe like slightly longer than a year. I'm really bad about getting my hair cut. And there was a short period of time after not a short period of time, this lasted like years, where I was genuinely kind of afraid to go outside. Like agoraphobia levels of like, I don't want to go outside and I don't want to interact with other human beings. Like my anxiety was out of control. And so I didn't enjoy going into hair salons. So I really avoided it and I kept moving. And so like, you know, you break the seal, you go to a hair salon and then I move and then you're like, okay, I have to go to a different hair salon. Like that was already so much work mentally to do that. And now, right now, I feel like really mentally sound. So looking back, I'm just like, why was that so scary to me? But you know, anxiety be like that. Like this was like not hard at all. I even took the bus, which is like anxiety, you know, it's kind of anxiety inducing because there's just like so many people around and that's the part that I did not like, but that was fine too. Did you know the parking in Japantown from like noon onward is $11.25 an hour? Did you know that? Yeah, no way you're catching me driving there during the middle of the day to park. No, that is public transportation time. Yeah, I know that because like the coffee shop I went to is one of my favorites because they serve their lattes in 12 ounces instead of 16. And I'm in my coffee, you know, part of my coffee journey era, whatever, that I want to actually taste coffee and not just have a glass of milk with coffee in it, you know? And then, you know, I get oat milk because I'm lactose intolerant and they serve a new type of oat milk that I've never heard of before, or like before them, you know? It's koji, I think, and it's fermented oat milk. The first time I had it, I didn't realize it was the oat milk. I was like, ooh, this tastes tangy in a good way, like sour, kind of like Greek yogurt. And that's because it is kind of like that. It's fermented like oats. That's what I said, right? Oats, or is it rice? I don't know, whatever. It's like there's oats in the milk, obviously, and something's fermented. And it tastes really good. So I like going there for those two reasons. And I frequently just drive, not frequently. When I first had it, I would frequently drive by, just put like 10 minutes on the meter and then go get the coffee and come back because I just don't want to risk getting a ticket in San Francisco. They are a bit serious about that kind of stuff. You know, I normally go there earlier in the day because I don't like having coffee after noon. I do it all the time anyways, but I don't like doing it because I'm very sensitive. It's hard for me to sleep at night if I had too much caffeine, right? And then one time I went there and it was like 12, like it was noon, right? So I was like, okay, whatever. I go there, I put 10 minutes in the meter. It's $1 for 10 minutes. And I was like, what are the parking prices? It's $11.25 an hour. There you go. Now you know. Now you know. If you want to go to Japantown, go before 11 because nothing but coffee shops is open. So there's so much parking. If you want to do anything other than go to a coffee shop, you're going to want to go past 11. It's like take the bus there or an Uber. It's truly not worth paying that much an hour. I've had a little girl behind me this entire time. You want a stretchy stretch? And we stretch. And we put you down. Hi, this is Caitlin from the future letting you know there's no finished update on the leg warmers. You'll see it at the end. Don't worry, it's just leg warmers. On to the next project. All right, so we're gonna ignore everything past me has said about making this beanie, and I've decided to pivot and make it out of mohair. I've been wanting to make a mohair beanie recently, or just like in general, or just work with mohair at all, period. And I had some leftover mohair from making my shrug. And then, you know, this is the leftover pink from the skirt. We're gonna do that because I think it's just gonna be way cuter than a normal beanie. Like, I don't have any urge to ever wear a normal beanie, like, at all. I actually don't wear hats generally. because, well, two reasons. One, my head is a little big. I know it looks proportional to my body, and it is proportional to my body, don't worry, but like physically, whenever I put on a hat or try on a hat, they're very tight on me. So don't like that. And then secondly, I have very, very silky, fine, oh, actually it's kind of thick, but like silky hair. It's like super smooth. So anything I put on top of my head just kind of like slides off. Like I have no texture in my hair. So not interested in making a normal beanie. At least the mohair part will look really cute. I can make it a little fuzzy. I'm gonna hold 2 strands of mohair. I have seen a different creator pull from the center and the outside. She was like, just do that. And I tried to do that with like just like a normal skein of yarn or a cake of yarn. And it went so horribly. It was absolutely terrible that I don't even want to try it with mohair. I feel like that's such a scary thing to try to pull from. I did end up getting the pattern off of Etsy, and it is a real pattern. But right before I bought it, I looked at it a little closer. I realized that the design is not physically on the beanie itself. Like it's an applique where you just attach it afterwards. So I'm gonna go a little off the rails and do my own thing for the beanie portion, and then I'm gonna follow the pattern for the applique part. I've been working on this for several hours, and I really like the way it's looking, like how fuzzy it is. However, I think I've made it too big. Like it's simply way too big. I don't know. Can you like kind of tell? Like it's very, here's all the excess. Like if it, like look, it's way too big. Do you see? So like the beanie would start going down like here. I think this is the issue with freehanding something that I've never really made before. Like I've never made a beanie in the round. I don't know. Maybe I might just get the pattern that I'm like kind of emulating. I didn't get the actual pattern. I'm just using the same stitch. This sucks. There's so many hours of my life, but it's better to frog now than when it's like 3 times bigger than this and I realize it's basically a top. This is Editing Caitlin from the future to bring you some bad news. Most of the footage of me checking in doing the beanie has been lost. How? I have no idea. I don't know enough about technology to tell you what happened. And it is a bummer because the hat was the most complicated process. Pattern process. I had the most check-ins. I had to frog it twice, so I started over 3 times and I checked. And most importantly, there was a point in one of my check-ins where I thought I looked like Kit Kittredge. She lived through the Depression. And yes, I did take a photo as well as an update because I thought it was that important. Now, all you need to know to not be confused when you jump into the rest of the video is that I bought a pattern from Cosmati because, yeah, I can't freehand a beanie. Maybe I can right now, but past Kaylin, she doesn't know how to do that. I got her Haze beanie, and to make that beanie, you work in the rounds, you make this giant tube. The wrong side is on the outside. So before you tie off that tube, you stuff it inside out so that the right side is on the outside. And then you close off that tube, you stuff the tube into each other, and that's how you get that super thick, fluffy hat. You're about to see me turn it correct side out, and then you should not be lost from there. So jump right back into it. Scamp. I don't know why I called you scamp. It's really odd. Here we are. Here's my giant tube. Can we tell that it has like 2 different dye lots on it? I can't. Can I? I don't think so. I think the whiteness of it kind of helps because it like blurs it out in real life. You know, it kind of blinds you. Not that it really matters. Okay, let's do this. Such a big tube. Oh, this is the leftover mohair I have. So I feel like it takes maybe 3 of those. Oh, it's so much prettier on the inside. Cute. It looks exactly the same on camera, but no, actually, there we go, the close-up. Really beautiful stitches. Okay, let me close this up and turn it into a hat. Look at it, it's so cute. This is me not even having brushed it out. It's just naturally a bit fuzzy on this side, which is nice. Okay, moment of truth. Is it cute? It's cute. I like it. It reminds me of the K-pop Demon Hunters Macy's Day Parade performance. So cute. Wait, it's so fuzzy already. Oh my goodness. I can brush it out more to make it fuzzier. And then I did not forget that this is in fact a Pokemon based video. So I will be making the little Dawn symbol and I'll just be slipping it in right here. And you know what? It's kind of reversible, I think, if I do this correctly. Because if I flip it inside out the other way, then it won't have the symbol. But it just also kind of depends. The symbol's pink, so maybe it'll show through. I also can't hear super well in this because it's covering my ears. But it's gonna keep my ears warm. It takes like triple the work of a normal beanie, but it's worth it. Okay, the hat is done. Do you see this? I'm loving the way she turned out. Let me try her on for you. Wait, okay, look, what do we think? What do we think? Wait, I love the way the beanie turned out. It's so cute. It's very usable IRL too. I made the little applique. I didn't end up sewing it on because I tried it on like this for reference and I was like, ooh, it kind of stays on because it's mohair. And this way I can take it off to like wear as a normal beanie if I don't want to just be done. And it's time for the outfit reveal. And I am not making a top. I just don't want to. I also don't think it would look very good. Like it won't look as good as like the top I have. Okay, ready? Go. We already got the hat reveal. We got a neck reveal. I know, a little anticlimactic. We have top reveal. Look at the ruffles. Cute. All I required in a top is to have that little V-neck shape that Dawn has. And although I could have gotten a vest, I just didn't want to. It's not my style. We got, oh gosh, my skirt. And then my shoes are down here because it's on a piece of cardboard because I'm not wearing shoes indoors. And here's the shoe reveal. My leg warmers. I really like the leg warmer look with the Mary Janes. Honestly, it was like a trust the process moment because leg warmers on empty feet without any shoes on look weird. It was not giving, especially ones that are not very slouchy. So this one like has a little slouch now that there's something to press against. Low-key, I think this is kind of a cute fit in general, right? I'm a little surprised, but I also shouldn't be that surprised because a professional like costume or character designer did put this together. I also never realized how weathery confused Dawn's fit is because she has like a scarf, like an actual scarf, not a skinny scarf, and a beanie, and boots on, and she's wearing a short sleeve dress. But thanks for watching.